Good morning and welcome to another video on oblique triangles. So the intended learning outcome for this session are as follows. At the end of this lesson, the student shall be able to differentiate an oblique triangle from a right triangle. Next is know what are the law of sines and law of cosines. Next is understand the utilization of the law of sines and the law of cosines. And lastly, to solve problems involving oblique triangles. And here are our references. Let's start. So first, what is the difference between an oblique triangle versus the right triangle na sinolve natin last time? So sabi dito sa definition, an oblique triangle is a triangle with no right angle. So wala tayong makikitang right angle sa triangle na to. At the same time, an oblique triangle has either 3 acute angles or 1 obtuse angle and 2 acute angles. So ano ba yung itsura nito? Kung ito yung ating right triangle last time, we have a right angle. Sa ating oblique triangle naman, wala tayong makikitang ganito. It's either all angles are less than 90 degrees, yan yung sinasabi dito na we have 3 acute angles na triangle, or we have 1 obtuse angle greater than 90 degrees, and the other remaining angles ng ating triangle are acute angles. And these two triangles, this characterizes our oblique triangles. Next, things to remember when dealing with oblique triangles. So first is the Pythagorean theorem, yung SOHCAHTOA and yung Shoshakou na pinag-aralan natin last time, are not applicable to oblique triangles. So instead, we use the law of sines and law of cosines for oblique triangles. So isantabi muna natin yung napag-aralan natin ng mga formulas last time, and we focus on these two equations to solve these kinds of triangles. So kailangan ma-emphasize natin yun or matandaan natin yun when solving these kinds of triangles. Ano ba yung law of sines? So if we have this oblique triangle is actually an obtuse triangle because we have this obtuse angle here. So paano natin ma-apply yung law of sines? Law of sines, ito yung kanyang equation. Now basically, kung titingnan mo dito, A over sine alpha. A, this side, over the sine of the opposite angle. Another thing is B over sine beta. Yung side B over the opposite angle ng side na to, which is angle beta, katapat niya na side or atbang niya nga side. And C over sine gamma. So this side C, over this angle, opposite angle na gamma. So basically what this means is the side divided by the sine of the opposite angle are equal for an oblique triangle. So kailan natin magagamit ito? So when we are given two angles and a non-included side. Second is given two sides and a non-included angle. So anong ibig sabihin nito? Makikita natin mamaya through an example. So first example. So given the triangle below, solve for the value of side C. Okay? So you have this triangle. Okay? So we have these two angles and this side. So this actually belongs to the criteria na ma-applyan siya ng law of sines because given tayo ng dalawang angle and a non-included side. Dalawang angle and this side. Pag itong side na to ang naging given, so meaning nito, we have two angles and an included. Okay? So this is the included side. Ito naman, kung B yung given, at ito, this is considered to be a non-included side. Pero basically, yung ibig na sabihin nito, yung hint mo na a-applyin mo siya ng law of sine is pag given ka ng angle at yung katapat niya na side is also given. So yan yung primary hint natin na applyin natin ng law of sine. Kumplituhin lang natin yung triangle. So kanina ito lang yung given. Lagyan natin ng angle alpha dito, side C dito, at side A naman dito. Now, for the solution, using the law of sines, so again, ito yung general formula natin, substituting the values, okay? So yung B, tingnan natin dito, B is equal to 7, so sinubstitute lang natin dito, beta is 35 degrees, okay? Then yung C, din pa natin alam, sine gamma, gamma is 105 degrees, okay? Now, Kung mapapansin nyo dito, wala tayong value ng side A, wala din tayong value ng angle na alpha. So, pwede natin itong hindi gamitin sa ngayon. Okay? So, hindi natin gamitin muna yun. We focus on these two parts of the general equation. Now, to solve for side C, which is yun yung hinahanap sa problem, okay, we just cross-multiply itong sine 105. Nasa ilalim ng C, pag i-cross-multiply natin, pupunta siya sa ibabaw. Okay? So, magiging 7 times sine 105 over sine 35 is equal to C. And therefore, pag kinalculate natin yan using your calculator, ito yung lalabas na value, 11.79 units. Okay? So, meaning pala, itong value na to is 11.79 units. Now, you try. Solve the length of side A and angle alpha. So, try ninyo. Paano nyo masosolve yung side na yan at yung angle alpha? Now, next, for our second example. So, given the triangle below, solve for the value of angle beta, alpha, and side A. Okay? So, ano ba yung, saan ba yan? Dito. Okay? So, ito naman, itong problem na to, we are given two sides, okay, and an angle. Okay? So, again, this is an example of a given two sides and an unincluded angle. But basically, again, yung hint lang natin dito is pag given ka ng angle at yung opposite niya na side is also given, yan yung primary hint mo na applyan natin ng law of sines. Okay? Now, let's complete the triangle. Lagyan natin ng labels. So, let this given angle be gamma. This side be side C. Ito naman, side B. Then this is side A, alpha, then beta. Now, for our solution, again, using the law of sines, substitute lang natin yung values. Okay? So, itong dalawa, walang value. 4.7 over sine beta, okay, is equal to 5.5 over sine 63. Okay? So, again, walang value yan. Hindi natin magagamit. Okay? Then, to solve for sine beta, angle beta, what we will do is, itong sine 63 na nasa ilalim ng 5.5, because multiply natin, pupunta siya sa ibabaw. And then, itong sine beta, pupunta siya sa ibabaw, while itong 5.5, pupunta sa ilalim ng 4.7, which is, yan yung nangyari dito. Sine beta, nasa ibabaw na, then 5.5 nasa ilalim ng 4.7. Take the inverse trigonometric function ng sine, para matira na lang dito is, beta na lang. So, arc sine ng makukuha mo dito, okay, will result on the value of beta, which is 49.59 degrees. So, ito palang value na to is 49.59 degrees. Now, how do you solve for angle alpha? Yung beta na-solve natin using law of sines. But what about angle alpha? Okay. So, to solve for angle alpha, alam natin that the sum of the angles inside the triangle is 180 degrees. Okay. So, i-substitute lang natin to. Yung beta, 49.59. Yung gamma is 63. Yan. Then, lipat natin sa kabila. Magiging negative. And we get the value of alpha, which is 67.41 degrees. Okay? Now, having solved the value of alpha, makukuha din natin tong value ng side A. Okay? So, kung napapansin nyo dito, parang domino effect. Okay? Solve mo muna yung isa, then pag na-solve mo, so-solve mo yung kasunod na missing value, then saka mo masosolve yung next na unknown value. Using the law of sines, okay? So this time, itong side A na lang yung hindi natin alam yung value. Okay, pili lang tayo. It's either itong part na to, i-equate natin dito, or itong part na to, i-equate natin dun sa this part. Okay? But for our solution here, i-equate natin siya dito sa pangalawa. Okay? To solve for A, side A, we just cross-multiply this one, okay, sa 4.7. So, pupunta siya sa ibabaw, divided by sine 49.59. Pag i-type nito sa calcu, kung sakto yung ating magsasolve, pag input, we'll arrive on the same answer that side A, okay, side A ito, is equal to 5.7 units. Okay? Now, what I want you to look at here is, ano yung relationship between the angles and the sides. Okay? Titingnan mo yung side A, 5.7, yung katapat niya na angle is 67.41 degrees. Yung side B naman, 4.7, yung katapat niya na angle is 49.59. Side C, 5.5. Yung katapat niya na angle is 63 degrees. What conclusion can you create between the sides and the opposite na angle niya? Pag mas mababa yung angle, ano yung napapansin niya sa side? Okay? Is it larger or smaller? Things to remember when applying the law of cosines. Okay? Yung general formula ng law of cosines is ito. So, tatlo. Okay? It's either ito, or ito. Na kung mapapansin nyo sa formula na to, okay, notice that C, okay, when you use C on the left side of the equation, dun sa kabila naman, ang gagamitin mo na angle will be opposite to side C, which is gamma. Okay. Dito naman, A, okay, yung angle na gagamitin mo dito sa last will be alpha. Okay. And on the third equation, ito, kung ito yung gagamitin mo, B, yung gagamitin mo naman na angle dito will be beta. Okay? So, yan. So, kailan natin magagamit ito? When we are given two sides and an angle between these two sides. So, yeah, binigyan ka ng dalawang side, then an angle between these two sides, and pangalawa, when we are given all three sides. So, we'll have an example para makita natin itong application na to. So, given the triangle below, solve for the length of side Z. Okay? So, yung side Z natin is andito banda. This is an example of you are given two sides and an angle between these two sides. So, we have these two sides, A and B, and an angle between these two sides. Pag ganyan daw yung forma ng given, then this is an indication that we will use the law of cosines. Okay? Na completing the triangle. So if this is side A, alpha dito, side B, beta dito, then this is side Z. Okay? Hinahanap. Now for the solution, using the law of cosines, so ito. So mapapansin nyo dito, ito yung hinahanap. Okay? So kaya yung formula naman natin will start with Z. Okay? Z squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine gamma. Okay? This angle. Pag ganitong klase ng problem, madali lang siya kasi automatic isa-substitute mo lang yung mga given values. Okay? So for this one, yung A is 6.5, yung B is 9.4, okay? Then 2AB. So A, B, then gamma is 131. I-type mo lang to sa calculator. Kung sakto yung pagkaka-input, you will arrive on this particular value, 210.78. Since Z squared pa ito, kailangan natin i-take yung square root ng both sides, okay, to get the value of C, which is 14.5 units. So you try. You solve for the value of angles alpha and beta using law of sine. So dito, nakuha na natin yung Z. Okay? But what about the value of this angle and this angle? Sabi dito, gamitan nyo daw ng law of sines para makuha. Okay? So that will be your challenge for you to solve. Okay? For our fourth example, okay, ito naman. Given the triangle below, solve for the value of angle beta. So ito naman yung application ng law of cosine wherein we are given three sides. Okay? So we are given all three sides. Walang given na angle. So how do we solve for the angle? In this case, napasolve sa atin yung angle beta. Okay? So since this is side B, automatic yung angle beta will be opposite of this side. Okay? Dito natin beta, gamma, and alpha. So for the solution, again, we use the law of cosines. Okay? So since beta yung hinahanap, this is beta, automatic yung sa kabila will be side B. Since given yung all sides, okay, given yung B, given yung A, given yung C, mas mabuti, ilipat natin yung A squared at saka C squared sa kabila. Magiging negative. Okay? So may iwan yung negative 2AC cosine beta. Now, after natin malipat ito, okay, para maiwan yung beta dito sa kabila, kailangan natin i-divide both sides by negative 2AC. Okay? May iwan yung cosine beta. So, yun yung gagawin natin dito, or ginawa natin dito. So, magka-cancel out yan. May iwan yung cosine beta. And then we substitute the value. Yung B is 5, yung A is 8, yung C is 9. Then negative 2 times A, which is 8, and C, which is 9. So pag kinalculate nyo to, the answer will be 0.8333, okay, is equal to cosine beta. Since pinapasolve sa atin yung beta, we take the inverse trigonometric function of this cosine, okay? So we take the r cosine on both sides, magka-cancel ito, okay, and may iwan yung angle beta, okay, which is equal to 33.56 degrees, meaning ito pala is 33.56 degrees. You try, solve for the value of angles alpha and gamma using law of sines. So again, you complete the solution by finding the missing values, yung alpha pati yung gamma for this problem. Okay? Now, looking back, ma-apply ba natin the question is, ma-apply ba natin yung law of sines or law of cosines sa right triangle? Kasi kung ma-apply yung mga formulas na yun, bakit ko pa i-memorize yung Pythagorean theorem, bakit ko pa i-memorize yung SOHCAHTOA, CHOSHCAHTOA, okay? So, balikan natin yung example problem natin last time involving yung si Timmy, okay? Yung buwis buhay natin na character. Kung naalala nyo, ito yung ating triangle ng time na yun, okay? Now, for the solution, apply natin ngayon ng law of sines. So, in this case, 75 over sine alpha, 75 over sine 30, so 75 meters over sine ng opposite angle, which is 30, is equal to J over sine 90, okay, is equal to C over sine gamma, which is equal to 60. Now, bakit naging 60 yan? You analyze this triangle. Okay, paano naging 60 yung value nito? To solve for the value of J, okay, which is one of the unknowns, the length of the line of sight, okay, how long is the line of sight? All we need to do is, huwag muna nating intindihin itong third part of the law of sines. Focus here, and then we cross-multiply this one sa kabila. So, magiging 75 sine 90 over sine 30 is equal to J. Pag in-input nyo sa calculator, J will result to 150 meters. Now, next is, what about the value of C? Okay? So, how do we solve for the value of C? Alam natin kanina na naging 60 ito. So, is equal to C over sine 60 degrees. Okay? We cross-multiply this one, yung sine 60 sa kabila, magiging 75 sine 60 over sine 30, which gives us, this one is already, dapat ito, C na ito, C is equal to 129.9 meters. Okay? So, 129.9 meters. So, comparing these answers, dun sa answers natin last time, using yung Pythagorean theorem, the 6 trigonometric function values. So, we actually arrive on the same answer, meaning, yung law of sines pala is actually applicable whether it's an oblique triangle or a right triangle. Now, you figure this out. Test the law of cosines to right triangles. Is it also applicable? So, that's for you to find out. And so, I'll see you on the next video. This is end of part 1, lesson 2 of 3 in trigonometry. So, for our next video, okay, we will be dealing with word problems involving oblique triangles. So that will be all for now. See you on the next video.